what is the integral of the absolute value of x with respect to x? This is the question I'm going to be addressing in this video. Now you recall that the absolute value of x is defined as x if x is positive, 0 if x is 0, and negative x if x is negative. Okay, so meaning that the integral of the absolute value of x dx can be written as what? Okay, so don't forget that this is the definition of the absolute value of x, so meaning that I can write this as what? The integral of x, that's if x is greater than 0, the integral of 0 if x is what? 0, and the integral of negative x if x is less than 0, which I can rewrite as what? I can write this as what? So if I integrate x, what am I going to have? I'm just going to have what? X squared over 2 plus my arbitrary constant c if my x is greater than 0, and this is going to be 0 plus constant, that's if my x is what? 0, and this is going to be negative x squared over 2 plus c if my x is less than 0. Okay, so I don't want to leave my answer like this. I just want to see how I can write my answer in just one line. Now I want us to observe something. Now if you should look at this, I can actually write this expression here over here as what? As x over 2 multiplied by x plus c, that's if x is greater than 0, and I can write it as x over 2 multiplied by 0 plus c if x is what? Equals to 0. Of course, x over 2 multiplied by 0 will still give me 0, and I can write this as what? X over 2 multiplied by negative x plus c if x is less than 0. Or I can write this as what? I can write this as x squared over 2 multiplied by 1 plus c if x is greater than 0, x squared over 2 multiplied by 0 plus c if x is equals to 0, and x squared over 2 multiplied by negative 1 plus c if x is less than 0. Okay, so let me try to do a little bit of simplification here. Now you will see that x over 2 is here, x over 2 is also here, and x over 2 is also here, so meaning that I can actually factorize x over 2 out of this expression, meaning that I'm going to have this as x over 2 multiplied by, so this is going to be x 0 then negative x. This is if x is greater than 0, and this is if x is less than 0, and if x is, this is if x is equals to 0 and if x is less than 0. Of course, I can just actually write my, this is an arbitrary constant, so I can actually write my plus c out, so meaning that any expression I have here, I'll just add it to c. So instead of rewriting all this c, I can just write it out as just one c. Okay, so and here x squared over 2 is common, so I can actually write this as or x squared over 2 multiplied by 1, that's if x is greater than 0, 0 if x is equals to 0, and negative 1 if x is less than 0. Now what do you observe? You observe that what? This expression here is just simply my absolute value of what? My absolute value of x. So meaning that I can write this as what? I can write this as x over 2 multiplied by the absolute value of x plus c. Now how about this? Now you recall something, what is known as signum function. The signum function is defined as 1 if x is greater than 1, 0 if x is equals to 0, and negative 1 if x is less than 0. Now you can see the graph of the signum function. Okay, so now let's come back here. Now you will see that this is still the same thing as, or we can write this as what? X squared over 2 multiplied by the what? Multiplied by the signum function of x. Now what is the integral of the absolute value of x? The integral of the absolute value of x is what? Is x over 2 multiplied by the absolute value of x plus c, or x squared over 2 multiplied by the signum function of x plus c. Alright, thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more contents like this. Thank you.